Hi friends, and welcome back to another episode of TT Reacts. Form/alignment check. So this here, I don't understand why we like to have our face so close to the wall and why we have our face literally in line with our bodies here. We need to make sure that we maintain some control in the handstand by keeping our head up a little bit, so that not only we can breathe, not only that, but also so that we can engage the rest of our muscles. This here, it's gonna knock you off balance because you're not able to engage your chest in this movement basically at all. And I don't know, something about the way your hands look in this movement is just weird. And yeah, if you do want to do a chest to wall movement, try this one. This will teach you how to engage your core and your chest in this movement and basically get stability down without assuming very much risk in the movement and without wasting our time like what you're doing in this photo here. Yeah, so just basically do that drill and you should be good. Putting my head down to complete the straight line. This has been way harder than I anticipated. I immediately get the spins when I adjust my head positioning. Yeah, the reason being, not only is your head down too far, like even the people with the straightest line, they still have their head up a little bit higher than in this photo here. Me personally, I do not encourage this straight line foolishness because there's really no benefit. It's like people are chasing an aesthetic that doesn't actually benefit anyone except for Instagram photos and I mean whatever else you're hoping to get out of having a perfectly straight line. It's like people aren't using a handstand as like a stepping stone to better their overall strength and balance and form. It's like they're not using it to better themselves. They're using it just to say, oh, look how pretty my handstand is. Because honestly, the last thing that we should be focused on when it comes to learning a handstand is how it looks. And this is an example of what I mean when I say people are encouraging learning backwards or just learning incorrectly. Telling someone to put your head down like this so that you can have a straight line, it's not safe. I mean, you can't breathe properly when your head is in this position, hence why she's getting the spins when she does this movement. It's not safe. So if you're trying to get a straight line, I mean, at least make sure that the position of your head, like really move your head around and see where you can breathe the best. That's where ultimately your head should land, because at the end of the day, if you can't breathe in the handstand, what really is the good of the handstand? I don't think that we should be striving for this, because if you can't breathe and you can't engage your muscles, then what are you really going to get out of it? Like you can see here, honestly, I don't like the way her form looks because her chest does not look engaged. It doesn't even look like how most people that have the straight line, it doesn't even look like how their handstand looks. This here is not good, and I would not encourage this type of practice. No. In fact, I encourage your head to be up, screwing that straight line, because your chest can help you to stabilize that movement and put you in a better place and help you build the foundation for getting good breathing patterns and making sure that the oxygen that you're breathing is going to your muscles to help you stabilize this movement a little bit better. Honestly, I don't even really like talking about these straight lines so much because it's so useless and I just don't like it. Gas and brakes analogy. Why must we come up with a name for every little thing under the sun when it comes to doing a handstand? We don't need to put names on everything. Like, I get that you're practicing incorrectly, but you don't need to name the horrible training that you're doing that just sends the message to other people that you should try this workout, or like this is a method that people do. And you get what I'm saying? Like it's just sending the wrong signal. And it's always people that don't know what they're doing that are putting these names and these ideas out there as if they hold any value. Or I get that's what you're doing in the movement, but you can just voice what issues you're having rather than saying, oh, this analogy, or I'm doing heel pulls, or like, bro. And it's the same guy as last time that's like trying to create a name for a movement. Let's just stop doing that, because the handstand doesn't look any better in this video. The issue with this movement here is that you're not engaging your core at all. Like, I don't really know what your core strength is, but definitely learning how to tuck your pelvis under, and just in general not using the wall as a crutch. As you can see, when he kicked up, he didn't even try to tighten it in the middle. His feet just went straight to the wall, creating a banana-like arch in his back. And it's just not a good use of time. Another thing is you're too close to the wall. Your head should not be that close to the wall. And you need to figure out where you want your arms to be in terms of your chest engagement, because the way that you keep moving and bobbing with your head so close to the wall, your head could easily hit the wall, and you can get injured because of this horrible method that you're doing. So let's stop doing these unsafe workouts. Just start with this movement here and then go down the line of the progressions, because this is not going to ultimately make you stronger. It's just not. And again, let's stop pretending this is some sort of grand analogy. I get we want to like name everything, but it's just not, it's not going to benefit anyone. Control coming back, got to clean up the alignment. 53.5, 64, 245 pounds, 5 months sober on Monday. Okay, so this man, he has good balance. You could tell he has the strength, but he does not know the fundamentals of doing a handstand. The first thing you should be doing is straightening your arms. And it's like he started the video off with straight arms and then he bent it throughout and just maintained the bent arms. That's not what we want in a handstand, because your core is not engaged at all. And in general, just making sure that you are practicing core workouts like this one here, just so that you know where your feet should go in the positioning. I'm not sure if you are doing this trick here because you don't know how to maintain a straight handstand, which a lot of people do. They will do that. If they can't do a regular handstand, they'll do a trick to like basically balance their weight on each side. That way they don't have to use their muscles or any technique or good form in order to hold a straight handstand. I think that could be what this man here is doing, because he's not doing it correctly. So yes, you also should do the progressions that I've been recommending. Okay, this is where I'm at. Find it hard to find initial balance after the kick up. Any tips appreciated. What in the world kind of kick up was that? Okay. Alrighty, ma'am. So first up, let's establish our kick up method so that it can remain consistent and we can track our progress. Because it looks like you tried to hop into the movement and then you used the wall to finish hopping up. What in the world? You can see that she doesn't grab the movement at the top by engaging her core muscles. It doesn't look like she is tucking her pelvis under the way that she should be. It does look like she tried to bend her knees at the end to maintain balance, but this isn't the balance that we want. We want something consistent from beginning to end, where we're using our muscles to supplement that hold. I do like that. Let me see here. For the most part, it looks like your arms are pretty straight. The element that you're missing is the muscular engagement and true balance when it comes to bodily harmony. So go ahead and try these progression workouts. I think it will get you far in establishing how to use your abdominal muscles in this movement, because it's easy to kick up 100 times, but it's not easy to use your muscles, especially if you're not used to working out or doing exercises, period, to engage those muscles in a movement like this, where it's so crucial to engage those muscles. So yes, do these circuit drills, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And don't forget to do your warm-ups beforehand so that you can be properly greased up for this movement here. But that really should be all you need. You already have at least a baseline understanding of how to do it. Looks like you have enough strength to hold it. It's just you don't have the correct handstand technique that you need in order to have good form and to have good muscular engagement. That is it, everybody. That is the last video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like the video, like it and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Alrighty, ciao for now.